definitely senior living as a sector is growing rapidly again. In fact, this is growing ahead of the regular real estate growth, actually. This is much more than 25-30% more than the regular housing itself, actually. Like if you look at the Maharashtra government, what they have done is for all the senior living projects, they have brought down the registration charges to as low as about 1,000 rupees, actually. That means the stamp duty is no more on a percentage basis. It is a fixed fee of about 1,000 rupees, actually. So, which is a fantastic move what the Maharashtra government has done. So, this has to be rolled out across the country. Like any project, whichever has been recognized or identified as a senior living project, so the stamp duty has to come down drastically. So that way, more and more people will start investing on this particular asset class. And a second thing is, if you look at the services which are taken there, like in the senior living projects, so whenever somebody is taking a services of a caregiver or various other services, so there is a GST of about 18%. So if you look at these seniors, they have been paying their taxes throughout their life. Okay, they have paid taxes for all their life. And even if you look at even today, when it comes to either the medical products or the diaper or various other products, they have been paying the good amount of GST. So at least for the services what they avail. So if there is a tax benefit of that is whatever is that 18%, whichever is there, either bring it down to a 5% or the lower. So that will really boost more people to avail these services. So today what is happening, just because of this tax percentage, so they are hesitating or thinking twice to avail these additional services. So these are the two major things. So like the stamp duty, like just follow the Maharashtra. In fact, Maharashtra has come up with a separate RERA also, Maharera, for the senior living buildings. So that not only bringing down the registration charges, it also has got a framework how the senior living project has to be there, what should be the minimum requirements in that project, what are the different types of amenities and services to be provided. All these things are laid down in that. So I think that has to be implemented across the country. This is, as I mentioned, especially the services what they have been taking, like the caregivers and other services. So I think that's what which I mentioned. That is about 18% to if we bring it down, the tax to either 5% or no tax or whatever it is. So that is going to be the very good boost. So again, if you look at lot of people are preferring to go for either rental kind of a model or things like that because they feel that this upfront investment on the capital for the investment for the purchase of the units and all is quite higher. So if the government can give a more boost to the reverse mortgage. Okay, reverse mortgage is the one which has been there. I am not saying that it is not there. All banks are supposed to have this instrument called as a reverse mortgage, but a lot more education should happen on that. Like when you go to a bank and then ask the branch manager saying that a senior wants to mortgage his unit and then monetize that particular unit, and then pay for his living from that day onwards. Okay, the many banks are discouraging that. Or the valuation of that particular property, they are doing a very, very undervaluation for that. Like suppose if the market value is about 1.5 crores, they may be valuing it only about 30-40 lakhs, okay, which is not fair actually. Okay, so they have to do a proper valuation of the property and create more and more awareness for the reverse mortgage. So that way, what happens, even in the tier 2 cities, so people will be, even if they purchase a unit, they'll be able to pledge it back to the bank and then start living a dignified life, okay, rather than depending on their children or someone else to pay for them. So they can live with their own property, okay, earnings from their own property. So all seniors can have a dignified life if the reverse mortgage education is done more and more. Yeah. And definitely, like even in the when it comes to the tier 2, tier 3 cities, so the whole tax structure, if they bring it down to the 1,000 rupees like the Maharera, so I'm sure it will give a boost to even in tier 2 cities to go for the more and more projects.